All right, guys, come on in. Come on in here. We are live. I'm going to give you guys a few seconds to go ahead and come on in here because today we are talking about perhaps one of the most important things in children's ministry that can fall under the radar so easy. And the hustle and bustle of ministry, we're trying to deliver, we're trying to lead, we're trying to manage, we're trying to do so many things. But listen, if you are not practicing appreciation, if you are not showing gratitude to those who are co-laboring alongside you, you are going to lose. All right. So come on in here. Come on in here. As you are coming, go ahead and let us know in the chat box where you are from this evening. For some of us, this evening is not this evening. While some of us, we may be seeing the moon, others of us are just beginning to see the sunrise. I love that about this platform that we have children's ministry leaders, not just in the country, but really all over the globe that join us. And we are so grateful that you are here. I know that for some of you, you are here live. For others of you, maybe you come in later, maybe you had something to do. Don't let that hinder you from engaging with us. If you're watching this later, go ahead and come in and tell us where you are from because we celebrate the fact that Child's Heart is reaching and supporting children's ministry leaders all over the globe. Hey, you guys, I want to share something with you before we get started because today I'm going to share. Listen, I'm going to fly through about 20 ideas, and don't limit it to me. If you have an idea that is on your heart, oh my goodness, Esther, I've done this, I have shared this, and I'm going to go ahead and put my phone on do not disturb because I did not do that because I do not want us disturbed this evening. But listen, if you have an idea and you're like, oh, I tried this and it was so amazing, and it made my leaders just feel like $1,000,000. It made my volunteers, I saw it, their hearts just soared. Please go ahead and share that. We grow by sharing ideas, we grow by lifting one another up. So go ahead and do that. Listen, I want to share with you as we go through these ideas. I want you to really see the heart behind these ideas. Some of these ideas, you'll be like, hey, I've done that. That's great. Okay. Some of these ideas, oh my goodness, that is so cool. I'm going to do that. But listen, I need for you to capture the heart behind the idea. I need for you to capture the significance and the importance and the why you're doing this. I want you to know this evening that the sustainability of the success that you experience in children's ministry is going to be based off of people. And more importantly, it's going to be based off of your ability to connect with people. And if you really want to connect with people, you've got to show them that you care. You have got to take out the time to show them because listen, you guys, I know that we get busy. I know that we get busy. I know that we have demands that are being screamed at us. I know that we are being pulled constantly in one direction to another direction, but you cannot miss this. If you miss this aspect of your role, which is showing gratitude, showing authentic, keyword, authentic appreciation for those who are laboring with you, for those who are equally coming in with feeling like the world is on their shoulders, but they are coming in to serve these children and families for Jesus. If you are not showing gratitude, you are going to lose them. I mean, it is like science. It is a formula. They're gonna get in the situation where they're gonna need support, and you're not showing any appreciation for what they do. It just trust me, it becomes a mess. So catch on to the spirit, catch on to the heart. Okay, put on your seatbelt and let's go. Okay, so I have some slides that I want to put in here today. So I'm gonna become really little in the corner for just a second so that you guys can kind of get a bigger picture. All right. I love pictures. So I want to show you pictures for some ideas. And it's a great reference as you are going back. Maybe you're going back and you're like, oh, I want to try that idea that Esther said. Let me scroll through this video. There it is right there. Boom, boom, bam, done. People feel appreciated. All right. Number one. All right. Throw a virtual party. Now, I know for some of you, you're like, oh my goodness, we just got out of this pandemic. I felt like we were trapped and meeting online on Zoom. I really want you to think outside of the box when it comes to this virtual party. All right, let me help paint this picture for you. Maybe you order pizzas to be delivered to your team, and you all grab those pizzas, you grab your Cokes, maybe your Diet Coke, whatever your preference is, sweet tea. I'm in Alabama. Grab that and meet your team for a virtual party online where you are celebrating them, where you are learning what's going on with them. Listen, this is a party. This is a gathering. We are coming together. This is a Friendsgiving for us to come together because I want you to know how amazing you are. This is a pizza virtual party that we are having because I just need you to know that the children and families would not be reached if it wasn't for you. And I know that you go through things. I know that this happens. You see what I'm doing there? But make it fun. Play games. Um add little fun elements. Throw up confetti. Have confetti poppers delivered to their house as well. Make packages to get them ready ahead of time to go home with them, maybe on a Sunday or when you see them, to prepare them for this virtual party. Okay, so it can't be lazy. Make sure you're not lazy if you do this. But if you work it right, it will work for you and it will make your people feel really appreciated. And it's fun. Okay, don't be uptight about it. It is super fun. Second idea, MVP Children's Ministry Parking Space. Come on. Hello. How many of you have your own reserved parking space? I wish I had this when I would go. I go to my son's school and I'm like, man, why is it always packed here? I wish I had an MVP space. Why not talk to senior leadership and say, hey, we want to find creative ways to really make people feel appreciated. Listen, pastor, listen, elders, whoever you have to go to. We have some outstanding children's ministry leaders who are really fighting for the children and families at this church. Can we reserve, come on now, one space to celebrate our MVP of the week or MVP of the month, whatever it is, however you want to shape it? But let's be real, how cool would it be to have that? All right, totally awesome. So this is another idea to consider and to be thinking about. All right, make sure that you are celebrating your team members' birthdays. All right, you should know when their birthdays are. Don't just wait and reserve that time to celebrate them just for hey, we're having this volunteer appreciation event and this is when we're going to celebrate you. Celebrate them when they are celebrating them. Celebrate their birthdays. And listen, don't just limit it to that. Think about anniversaries, all right, or special milestones that they are celebrating in their life. Maybe you have a grandmother who has just had a grandchild and she is over the moon. Come in while she's serving. Hey, can we have Miss Ruth come up here? Because we want to celebrate her and this new entry of life into their family. And can we just say that, Miss Ruth, we love you so much. Make sure that you're doing that. And I wanted to share with you that you need to be keeping up with these milestones that are happening in the lives of those who are co-laboring alongside you. How are you going to keep up with them? Social media. Take advantage of all the things that are around you that help you with that. The whole point of social media is to help you to work smarter and not harder. When it comes to keeping up with what's going on in people's lives, that is definitely a great way, an avenue to do that. So make sure that you're celebrating birthdays. Get them balloons ready, okay? Get that birthday music queued up on the media and they don't even know that it's about to happen and they hearing it and it makes you feel like $1 million. All right, next one. Ask the lead pastor to recognize accomplishments of key players. Hey, listen, maybe you have a staff meeting or a time where you are coming together. Make sure that your lead pastor knows those people who are killing it, who are crushing it in children's ministry, and ask him or her to recognize them, to recognize those accomplishments. Maybe they acknowledge it during a team huddle that you have collectively together. Maybe, whoa, they acknowledge their names on stage. Of course, you want to do this strategically. You want to do it when you can make sure and ensure that they are going to be in that place to hear that recognition. But man, to receive honor from senior leadership, from your senior leaders, just feels like $1,000,000. So make sure that you are sharing those stories. If you're in staff and they're going around and it comes to you, don't just share, hey, this is the agenda, this is what's going on, these are the events going up, these are the events that are happening. Make sure that you are also sharing. And I just want to point out the contributions of this person. And that's how you do it. I get it. I'm not going to beat, the dead horse because it's already dead. So we're going to move on. Another one, encourage kids to write thank you notes. All right. I'm going to say, I know this seems so little and not like a big deal. Listen, you don't have to make this weird. All right. Maybe you just have note cards out and say, hey, at this portion, we're going to make it clear. Maybe you create your culture of your Sunday experience for the kids around that. And they know that there are note cards that are back on the back table when you guys are done for the day or you're complete. Maybe you're closing out and it's free play or free time, that they know that they have an option to write a thank you note for one of their children's ministry leaders. Encourage kids to do that. I'm going to tell you that in our church that we are currently in, there's a little girl, so sweet. On my way out, she gave me a hug and she handed me a note. And I remember I read it and it said, Miss Esther, you are the best. And let me tell you something, man, that got me ready for my next week. It is unreal. So don't underestimate the appreciation that can come from a child and how that can impact your leaders as they're going into their new weeks, okay? Next, make sure that you are incorporating team members' ideas. We want to be open to the ideas that they are sharing, and also make sure that you give them credit. You guys, make sure that you are giving them credit. Maybe someone comes up to you and they're like, hey, man, I really love what you did here. And you were just such a leader of excellence and, blase. Make sure that you're saying, listen, thank you for the compliment, but I could not have done this had this person not helped me, had this person not built the set. Make sure that you're saying that, you know what? I would really appreciate it if you went up to them and you thanked them for what they did. Whoo, man, that feels amazing to be acknowledged for the contributions. Because let me tell you something. I will tell you, I am serving as a volunteer in my local church right now. And listen, we're not doing it. We're not doing it for the attention. We're doing it for Jesus. But it feels amazing to be like, man, hey, I want you to know, I really appreciate you doing so and so. And one, when you know that only this other person knew, only your leader knew, now you know that your leader is bragging on you. And that's making you starting to feel yourself a little bit. You starting to feel a little good, okay? It makes you feel extremely appreciated, all right? So make sure that you are doing that as well. All right, here's another one. Show your appreciation with pictures and comments on social media. Hey, maybe you catch a moment of a kid with one of the leaders and they're praying over them. Snap that shot, post that, and celebrate that leader. I just want to tell y'all, oh my goodness, today was such an amazing day. And for the kids at the church and our children's church was so amazing. But what got to me is Miranda. I want to tell you how Miranda prayed for this little girl, how Miranda showed up, how Andrew sat with this little kid who was having a difficult time. This is what this ministry is all about. You see what I'm doing there? And they see that, and that makes them feel like $1,000,000. But don't just stop there and listen, and don't say, well, I ain't got no picture, so I can't do anything and appreciate. Listen, you should be following those who serve with you on social media, make sure that you're commenting and that you're letting them know how much you appreciate them. You know, maybe you're commenting under something that they posted. Maybe they had a great worship experience and they're like, "Man, I had such a great time at church today." And you post under that, "Man, I'm so glad you enjoyed church. More importantly, I'm so glad that you serve the children, the families. Woo, how can we do this without you?" The fact that you give, just make sure that you are commenting on social media. And if you got any social media buffs, man, I'm a social media buff. We really like that. Okay. My children's ministry leader, by the way, is excellent at that. All right. Okay. Attend something fun in the city as a team. Hey, invite your team into the city to do something fun. Do something together. Do something fun. I'm going to tell you. So, and Maria, if you were watching, Maria Marcus, I remember there are children ministry leaders, and we were going out to a pumpkin patch. And immediately in my head, we were together, we were having a good time with our families, but immediately I thought in my head, oh my goodness, how cool would this have been if we just put the invite out for the whole team? Hey, meet us in our families. It's going down. We about to be on the slides. We gonna go to the fall fest. Just things like that. Try to think outside of the box, but don't make it hard. Don't make it difficult. Maybe it's somewhere you were gonna go anyway, and you put that out. But there's nothing like building relationships with people through fun, when they are having fun with you, when they are enjoying life together with you. That makes people feel just so special and so appreciated. So think about something fun that you can do in a city near you. All right, next one. Support team members' passions and dreams. You guys, this is a big one. How many of you really sit down with those people that you serve and even take them off to the side and say, "Hey, I just want to know, how are you feeling? Are you feeling like you have a passion to do something?" Even in ministry, maybe their passion is to minister and to be on a stage. Maybe their passion is to be a pastor. We don't know. We're not going to know if we're not checking in with our people. But maybe that's their passion. And right now, they are faithfully serving in your children's ministry. But because you know that passion, you let them know, "I want to support the fact that this is in your heart. And I'm going to ask for you boldly to come on the stage and help to teach the children," because that is developing a skill. Because if your passion is to preach, you are going to have to be before people. You are going to have to develop holding a microphone in your hand. These are the ways that we celebrate and support the passions of our people, and it makes them feel extremely appreciated. So make sure that you know those that the greater working that God is doing in the hearts of your people, and those desires. Maybe you have someone who's greeting, but they really have a desire to be with the kids. Support that passion, okay? Put them with the kids. Maybe put them with a buddy. If you're like, "Okay, let me see how, I'm not sure how they'll do with kids," put them with the buddy to train them on how to really be with the kids and engage and interact. But make sure that you are supporting the passions of your team members. Next one, write a heartfelt thank you, okay, for your people. A heartfelt. Listen, I added this last minute, heartfelt. Okay, and then I put the little hearts there because it has to be heartfelt. I'm gonna be honest with you, when I get a note that says "Thank you for all you do," and it got like this cheap gift card in it, it's nice, but it don't really hold as much weight for me. Kind of. I'm just being real as a volunteer. It's just, come on, it's nice. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's the T on that. That's what I'm gonna say about that. But when I get a letter, ooh, that is heartfelt, that says, "Esther, you don't even understand what you bring to this team. You don't even understand the impact that I see that you're making, the impact that you have had on me by how you serve children and families." Woo, now that letter, that, hey, you could take the Chick-fil-A $5 or get yourself, or Wendy's, get yourself a Frosty gift card. That just does something to the heart, okay, of your people. So make sure that you are doing heartfelt thank you notes. If you're going to be lazy, listen, all of these ideas, if you're going to be lazy with them, you might as well just save them, because people feel it when you're lazy, okay? So let's go on to the next one. All right. Treat your team to a meal. Everybody likes to eat, right? Yay! So make sure that you are treating your people to a meal. Once again, please don't make this weird. Don't make this like this awkward kind of thing of, hey, we will be meeting at so and so. Please let us know. You know, we need to be ready. Okay, yeah, I get that. You do need to be ready. Can I tell you my favorite times when I have a meal with people, when I'm invited by a team? I love sporadic meals. I love on Sunday. Hey, Esther, we going with our family to eat. Y'all want to roll with us? You want to roll with us and grab well, this person's going too, and we just all gonna go. Like, we were thinking about maybe Outback. What y'all eating? When you do it all laid back and chill like that, it's like, ooh, I'm being invited to the Cool Kids Club. Oh, this is awesome. Listen, it makes people feel like $1,000,000. Don't make this like don't try to manufacture a stoic meal that you've just invited everybody to. Break it up into pieces. Ask these leaders and their families first, okay? Then go over here maybe the next week and you add these leaders and their families next. So maybe you add these people on. And listen, be strategic. Plan it out ahead of time who you're going to ask to come to join you, okay, for a meal. It really does. It really does matter. And plus, when you break it down into like smaller increments of people, it gives you opportunity to really talk and to get to know each other. All right. Next one. Constantly, okay, and I mean constantly, thank your team publicly. This is a big deal. All right. Whether you do it on social media, whether you do it right in front of them while you are talking to somebody else, however you want to do this, just make it a practice. Just throw up all over the place of just celebrating people all the time. Just let your legacy, okay, be known as one who celebrates people publicly. All right, it ain't nothing like getting praised publicly. Like, oh, thank you. Okay, love it. It's great. We don't need to go in too much there. Hey, create small videos of appreciation. All right. And I know that this could be really uncomfortable. This could be just really uncomfortable for people who hate to film themselves. Hey, I'm going to boldly ask you, as the ambassador of the children's ministry, to get over yourself and be willing to film a video of yourself to thank somebody. All right. Maybe you post this on the kids ministry page, whatever you want to do, or maybe you just send like a personal message to someone. I will never forget. There's an app, Marco Polo. Yeah, there was an app, and it was Marco Polo. And I remember Gina McClain, who has been on this platform before, who is absolutely dynamic. She has definitely been a mentor, someone I have looked up to in the children's ministry space. She sent me a Marco Polo video just to tell me, keep pushing it. I love what you're doing. You inspired me. You encouraged me. Man, I felt like $1,000,000 after I got that video. And it was a short, like 20-second video just to say, I see you. All right. So think about creating videos and just send it to somebody's phone. Like, oh, what is this? Oh, I love it. Oh, it really makes people feel special. And when you do it right, it really does go a long way. All right. Next one. Of course, a lot of you know this already. Host a volunteer appreciation night. Okay. Once again, don't be weird and stoic with this. Okay. Have fun with these volunteer appreciation nights. Bring in a speaker, because you value them so much and what they do, and you didn't want this to just go off by chance, but you want to bring in a speaker who was speaking to their hearts. But have a catered meal. One of my favorite things, and I've shared this before on this platform, during a volunteer appreciation night, shout out to Westbrook Christian Church. They had like a red carpet that was laid out, right? And you would go and they had people taking your pictures as you were coming in. I was like, man, this is so special. If I was to upgrade that experience, I would say, have the leaders dress up. Say, we want you to really come and dress up. We want to make this nice. All right. Especially for people who like elegant, nice things. Oh my goodness. This is making them feel like $1,000,000. Especially for those people who like to dress up like I do. Think about how can you upgrade the experience and not just have a traditional volunteer appreciation night, but to have a volunteer appreciation night. Okay, so moving right along. All right, this is another great one. I definitely appreciate it. At least don't throw your workers under the bus with church leadership. All right, I definitely appreciate that. Hey, if something's going on, something went haywire. Listen, I get it. This didn't work out. Don't sit there and be like, well, let me tell you, Pastor, why this did not work out. Because I had asked Sister Joyce to do this, and that was her role, and she knew it, and she did not follow through. And you just sitting there, I mean, Sister Joyce all underneath the bus. She had rolled up under the tire because you were just throwing all the blame off on her. Listen, allow your people to make mistakes. Allow them to have some shortcomings, okay? But don't throw them under the bus, especially if they know that they messed up. Kind of talk to them gently about it off to the side, but don't make it a spectacle to where now they're being seen in a certain light. And when it comes to being pulled up in other areas that God may legitimately want to use them for, they're not being pulled up because you have started a rumor and you have completely thrown them under a bus when it comes to reliability. Okay, so just let's have some grace. It's definitely appreciated. All right, next one. Celebrate and reward people for their children's or for their years in serving in children's ministry. Okay, I'm sitting here trying to read it, talking crazy. Listen, if you have people who have been serving for a certain number of years, take out the necessary time to honor those people. Maybe come in. I'm just, I'm big on public praise. Hey, listen, my leaders, don't be trying to do that to me because now I know you watch this and you know what I'm saying. But listen, public praise, man, coming in during children's church or whatever, however your format is, and saying, hey, we're going to take a break, bring this person up to the stage, handing them a medal. It's not even expensive, but a medal, that is thanking them for their years in service. And Mr. Michael loves you guys so much. And we were so grateful how he is dedicated 20 years of service to the children's ministry department. Can you guys give him a hand? And we just want to give him this medal and to honor them by giving them that medal in front of people. Just absolutely amazing. So think about ways. It doesn't have to be that way, but think about ways that you could really come in and make someone who has been serving for years. Talk about how that will ignite a fire, reignite the fire in those who have been serving for years. Well, maybe that fire has gone out a little bit. Maybe it has turned into a smoke, just evaporated smoke that's coming up, and they are going off of fumes. Come on, let's reignite the fire. All right, parking lot party. Think about what you can do. Hey, we all serve. This is all great. That's all nice. Meet me in the parking lot. Hey, make this fun once again to show your leaders how much you appreciate them and care. This is just something for the leaders. Hey, meet me at the parking lot. We about to have a party, have confetti, do whatever, get approval from senior leadership because some of them freak out over things that are fun in children's ministry. Say, listen, we will ensure that the confetti is cleaned up in the parking lot. But seriously, think of, hey, hire a DJ. to come in to play music and blow this up. Hey, we were having a children's ministry appreciation parking lot party. Don't miss it. Okay. So think about little fun ways and things that you can do there. Next, and this is so good, you guys. This is so good. Randomly call and pray for a team member. And I know my head is cutting off some of that, but randomly call and pray for a team member. Okay, man. Talk about something that is so special. Someone who maybe they're going through something, maybe they're going through something that you don't even know that they're going through, but now you know because you picked up the phone and you called. How special does that make people feel? I'm going to tell you, in this season where I was really struggling, when my children's ministry leader picked up the phone to say, I see you, and I just want you to know I love you, and to pray with me, what that meant was so huge. So please, make sure that you're doing that. These ideas don't have to be all difficult. It could be something just super simple and say, you know what? I want to do this. Put it in your calendar. Put in your calendar on this day at this time. I'm going to call somebody randomly. And I'm going to pray for them. Say, I just want to know what's going on in your life and how I can pray for you. Maybe you tell them what's going on in your life so they can connect with you. Now you know what you're building. Relationship. Commitment. I'm committed to this person because this person cares about me. Maybe because you picked up that phone to pray for them, maybe they pray for you, and now you are being lifted up. And now what you thought you was going to do to benefit somebody else, God was really trying to benefit you. Man, that's the type of God we serve. And last but not least, you guys, this evening, listen, in honor of Thanksgiving, all right? I know we're getting ready to get our hams out and our turkeys out and get our families together. Stop waiting for Christmas to give that gift, okay? That, come on, we do it. All right, I got to think of a Christmas gift to give my children's ministry workers. Listen, you don't have to wait. The whole point of this entire time that we've had together this evening is don't sit and wait until a certain holiday, until Christmas, to show appreciation and say, hey, please pick up your appreciation gift over here in this hallway. Oh my goodness. No, nobody. That's not authentic. When you're giving things out, and listen, I'm not dogging when you got those bold gifts, but it takes away from it when it's something that everybody got. All right, that's cute. That's nice. This is something everybody got. This is just part of your job. This is what you're doing. You're trying to make me happy. You don't want to feel like that. You want people to feel like, man, out of nowhere they called me. Man, out of nowhere they asked me to eat. Man, out of nowhere I got a medal and I was celebrating. I didn't even realize that today marked 20 years of me being here and serving in this children's ministry. But they followed that. I mean, when you're doing appreciation, think about how can I catch them out of nowhere? Think about how you can do it where it's not just necessarily in bulk form, but it's really reaching the hearts of individual people in a personal way that is not a copycat of how you did it for 50 other people, and they're seeing that. But think about how you can really, really make it personal. The more personal you get with these ideas, the more special it's going to be. The more people are going to be like, listen, I have a leader who cares about me. Do not get it twisted. And let me tell you, when that situation that is coming, okay, your stuff might be golden right now, but know that no season stays the same, that nothing stays the same, whether good or bad, that winter is coming. When winter does come, it is inevitable. And you need people to have your back and to hold you up. It is those people that you took the time to say, I appreciate you and I love you. And guess what? They're going to show up for you. They're going to show up for you when they're tired. They're going to show up for you when they got other stuff going on. Because now this leader, she got my back. She loves me. She loves my family. She checks in. She is always commenting on my social media. She is always finding ways to celebrate me. Not once, not twice, not 3 times. Okay, however many times. I know you got a budget and you got to pull back a little bit. But the point is, they're constantly celebrating me, okay? So have fun with these ideas, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Thank you for all of the amazing insight that you've shared in the chat box. Listen, we are here every third Tuesday of the month. The whole point of it is not for self-proclaimed experts to come and say, hey, we know this, listen to this, and you need to do this if you want your children's ministry to go to the next level. But for us to come and really grow together and learn from each other on how we can go forth with the spirit of excellence and how we reach children and families for him. So we will see you next time, same time, same place. You guys have an amazing evening.